All right. Small group, but a lot of good people are missing and a lot of people are here. Bill, Tom, Lynn, Chuck, Larry, and Susan. It's going to be a short event agenda. Frank turned some photos in that I told him I would hold over to the next meeting. And with him gone, we have 5, I guess. There's Susan has some, Chuck has some, and Larry, I've been holding that picture of the falls that's on the end here. So I had it ready last time when we missed you, but that was the one I erased unintentionally from meeting a month or more, 6 weeks ago. So we've talked a bit about a new opportunity with perhaps getting together with other groups that we're going to talk about next meeting. There'll be a letter that will kind of introduce you to what the ideas are, and I'm going to mail it out. So, and I don't think we have any other announcements, do we? Okay. Well, what am I doing here? Well, it's not going to let me do that. I'm just going to do the ones that we have present. Okay. I hope that's being shared. Let me get it full page. All right. Susan.
So that's mine. And necessity is the mother of invention. So I was trying to figure out how to do velocity. I really didn't want to stand on 15501 and take pictures of the cars.
Yeah, right.
Which is all I could think of. And then I tried the ceiling fan, which was boring. And I just tried the air blowing up into a towel in my bathroom. That wasn't interesting either. So anyway, so I thought, what am I gonna do? So anyway, I took this and you can tell me what you think, and then the next picture, which we won't show yet, is what this actually was. Because I was running out of ideas, but don't show it yet. So I don't know what people think or what any comments.
What was the challenge? Was it
Velocity.
Velocity.
It was a hard one.
It was hard. That's why, I tried to think about all these things and just didn't.
Well, at least you tried. Someone
I
else
mean,
didn't do
I
that.
see movement, but the thing that strikes me the most is the brilliance of the colors, and yeah, it's just very appealing, and just some interesting shapes too.
Yeah.
And I like the background, so it just focuses in on the color.
Yeah, like you dropped out the background, I suppose, right?
It's really unusual, Susan. I like it.
Yeah.
It's abstract. The lighter colored stuff reminds me of maybe a lizard.
Yeah.
See a little head, an eye, a mouth.
I know, it looked kind of, yeah. So I guess if you want to, Mike, show the next one and you'll see what it is. So,
It was attached to a
so
fan.
it was a fan, one of
was
those
smart.
floor fans.
Creative.
I tried to take a picture of that and that wasn't very exciting.
Oh, look at the Scotch tape.
Got
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
from the
awesome.
top down, right?
it. Yeah, so,
That's so cool.
anyway, for some crazy reason, I saved all those gift bags and ribbons from the holidays. And I just decided to tape them to this, and then I have a
Yeah.
blanket, so I stuck it on top of the black blanket. And when I was editing it, I was able to make the black blacker.
Yeah,
So,
black.
Anyway, so that's what,
Did you do a selection of the, how did you?
No, it's a black blanket, it's a black.
Yeah, but she said she did edit it down.
no, it's just when you do raw, you can
Yeah.
just accentuate the black. So I didn't do anything other than when you
You
do
just like on a
raw.
color curve, you mean, or?
They have, you know, all kinds of settings, like, you know, with
Basic
Photoshop
controls
elements.
of your
Yeah, they
sliders.
have all the
Yeah.
controls,
Yeah.
and so you
Black
can
point
make,
or levels or something.
yeah, you can make
Oh,
the black,
black point,
you can
okay.
make the black blacker, and you can make the white
So
lighter.
then you just cropped
Yeah.
out the fan part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and also this wasn't as,
And you magnified, you zoomed in and then cropped, zoomed and cropped and.
I didn't even, no, I didn't,
No.
no, when I took it, I actually just, I guess, stood there and,
Oh, and you didn't have the fan in the shot at all when you.
right,
shot
I
the
didn't have the
first one.
fan in the shot at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the
Gotcha.
fan's completely taken, was
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
out, yeah. Anyway,
Very creative.
Yeah,
That was great.
yeah.
Really, I really love the fan.
yeah, oh, it was, and I took a few spots, the fan was pretty dirty, it had been in the shop. I took a few spots off the fan, it's pretty funky.
yeah,
But,
it's good, I like the design, it's cool.
All right,
Excellent.
two great ones.
A plus.
And then Chuck,
Ooh,
Well, let's go a couple of years ago, I went to a rodeo in Silk Cove. And this was like, I think just as COVID was, you know, going away. So let's see, this was June 25th of 2022, so COVID was already well away, but yeah, this is my legacy one, or, you know, like an old one, I did a new one too, but, so this is the one I was thinking back, do I have anything that shows velocity, and I think very literally, and so, so there it is, there's plenty of velocity there. This was a 180 millimeter, so it's using my long lens, and had a high ISO, 2500, and it was f5 at a 40th of a second.
That's great, I love that.
yeah.
So Tom, I see you're holding your hand up. You want to get rid of the right-hand horse?
You know, I looked at cropping it, and I
No, it's-
well, because I wanted to get closer to the you know, the cow and the main cowboy there, but I like having the guy, because the rope, his rope is coming in, and that's got to stay there because it's showing
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
Because it's on the cow. Oh,
It's, yeah,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
kind of on the little youth. old
Steer,
youth
I
there.
guess.
I think he's intact. But anyway,
What did you say your F step was?
that stock was 5.
5.
Yeah.
Well, and you've got-
Maybe if, oh, excuse me,
Go ahead.
maybe if it'd be better to crop some on the other side.
Well, no, I was just getting ready to say, you need that room
Okay.
Yeah,
for
maybe even
for
more
everything to
room,
move. So
Okay, I see, yeah.
I think that was good to
I
leave that
tend
much.
to crowd
And at
things.
least the guy on the right on the horse is coming into the
but- Yeah.
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 so it all works.
Yeah.
well, a tough shot to get,
It's
I think.
a little bit blue. I didn't do anything with
Oh, yeah.
with the white balance. I might look at that. Yeah, but I think it's because of the lights too. But I could fix that.
You know, you didn't overexpose anything.
It's nice.
Okay.
Well, this is the one everybody probably thought about, but Chuck did it.
Yeah,
That's true.
This was yeah. So I was thinking about it, and I just like you said, Susan. I didn't really want to go out to the. I did practice panning in my neighborhood, and I don't know if any of my neighbors saw that I was taking their picture as they zoomed by.
Oh,
You
so
know, but
we're
anyway,
not-
so I was thinking, well, how can I do this? And I came up with, well, I've got two vehicles. I got my van, and then that's my Honda Element. So I was thinking, but I really want, from messing around with panning, and then I remembered, you know, there's that technique where you can rotate the barrel of your zoom lens and create movement that way. So I was thinking about that.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And so then I thought about the way I wanted to set it up is I want to use a tripod because I want the camera to remain still as I'm rotating this barrel, which is, it's pretty stiff actually, and you can't just hold the camera. I can't hold the camera still and rotate that barrel quickly. And then I realized, well, it's got to be fairly long exposure. So anyway, I came up with being in my van, but I wanted the instrument panel on, which you can kind of see that. So that panel was on, and I wanted to make sure I included the rear view mirror as a frame of reference of where I was, that it was in another vehicle.
Oh, okay.
And then of course, I turned on my vehicle in front of me and had the lights on.
So the vehicles are stationary?
Yeah, they're just
Are
sitting
the
there.
vehicles stationary in front of you?
Yeah, that's in my driveway. That's my car sitting in the driveway, and I'm sitting there parked in my van. And
What's that on the left?
that's the console. That's the dashboard light of the van.
All right, so what's the red line up in the sky?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
just a reflection. Something got reflected. I don't think there was.
No aliens?
Yeah, there was nothing there. And that's
I
why
thought it was
there's a
an
green
airplane.
griddle on the left there. And,
But how did you get those yellow lights? I mean, are the lights on in the car in front? How did
yeah,
you-
the lights are on the car in front. So I started with the lens set to the wide angle, and then I rotated to the zoom. So that's what I did. And yes, because then, so it started, it was like the image of the car is at the furthest, like the
Widest angle.
widest angle. And then there's no detail except for the lights as I zoom to the higher focal length. And so it just shows some stuff. It's just a street, so it was a 1 second, it was a 1 second exposure thing.
The other thing are those rays up in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that,
Yeah,
what's that red up in the sky?
Yeah, that's just an artifact, and I left it in because I thought it looked cool.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is cool.
And so it's ISO 2000 and 36. Well, it registered as 36 millimeter because that's my wide angle with the crop sensor. That's my wide. That's where it started, and it was f4 and 1 second. So
It was
I
1
wanted to have
second,
it
okay.
open up.
Yeah.
And so I just experimented.
That's
with it.
really interesting.
It's called racking focus in the film business.
It's called what?
Racking focus.
Racking focus.
And
Yeah.
what is that? Tracking focus?
Racking.
Rack.
Well, no, but this is zoom, I don't know. Racking is where you change, like you'll see, they'll focus on something in the foreground and then they'll rack it to something that's.
Change the focus as the
Right,
exposure
radically
is occurring.
changing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is zooming, so it's different.
Ever thought of that? Seriously?
Really cool.
Well, I tried it, after you showed me this, I tried it on my camera, and my camera won't do it.
You don't have a zoom?
I do, but I don't do it this way.
Oh,
Right.
it's electronic, an electronic
Yes.
zoom? Okay. Yeah,
And while the image was being made, I couldn't do anything.
It wouldn't, yeah.
So you actually, Chuck, so you just like zoomed,
Physically rotated the barrel of the lens.
And you were on a tripod, so.
And also, I had it on a tripod so that the camera would remain relatively stable.
How do you have the camera on a tripod if you're in your van?
Oh, because that van's pretty big. It has a big open space in
Yeah.
the center. So I could it wasn't like the tripod, I had to sort of fit it in there. It wasn't like fully open and stable, so it was a little bit rigged,
Okay.
It's kind of an RV, really.
Yeah, it is an RV, yeah. It's a Ram 3500 van, which is, you see those Amazon vans dropping around, it's one of them. Yeah.
I mentioned this before, but I like things that go with my things, and I bought an add-on for the iPhone. And
I did. I looked at that after you talked about it.
well, and one of the things that it adds, in addition to a shutter release on it, so that you don't have to move your finger down to the face of the. And the other thing it has, and I think it would work like this. There is a lever on that device that will let you zoom in or zoom out.
Oh.
So it's something. I think it might work.
You might be able to do the same thing.
Yeah.
How does it attach?
Could you
What's
put-
that?
How does
It's on
it
his
attach to
phone.
the phone?
Oh, it's
Is it
just
pinned on
it's a little box, and
It's a handle for one thing.
if you're doing horizontal, well, I've got this backwards now. Horizontal, shoot, Mike, what are you doing? Okay, that's pointing in the right direction. Shutter button, but this turns so that if you're shooting portrait, those controls come with you. You can completely get your hand off the camera. But in terms of,
Oh,
And so what is it?
how does it adhere?
It zooms in?
You have to buy hold your phone up, Mike.
oh, yeah, there's a case that fits into.
Oh, I see, okay.
But if you don't want that case, it comes with a pad, an adhesive pad that you can put on the back of any case that's smooth. So you don't have to have this. Anyway, it's been a fun thing to play
So
with.
what is it? So it zooms in? Is that the main thing, or?
Bluetooth?
What, no, what is it? Does this device zooms in? Is that what it's for?
Yes.
Well,
it
there's other
does
stuff
more
too.
than
It's
that.
actually designed to make your images look like they came out of a Hasselblad.
DSLR. Yeah, you can set f-stops on it, you can
Square
set,
off like that.
all
It's
stuff
like
like,
the tone, yeah, it's
like you can on a
the,
regular camera.
I guess the field of view as well as like.
Well, and the thing
I
that-
did some research on like, and. yeah,
This
it's like
thing,
two
this thing has
companies
been
merged.
in development for years and years, and
Yeah.
they have formed and this is what sold me, I guess. Always wanted a Leica, and these guys are hooked up with Leica.
Really?
And you can use Leica software to take the pictures, or you can use theirs.
Also Procam.
Yeah, yeah. But we took a trip weekend ago, and for the first time on a trip that was important, that I thought I might get some good pictures. Neither one of us took a camera, other than, and I posted one on Facebook and Flickr that was taken of the Boston Harbor.
Oh, I saw that.
That was with this.
It was my granddaughter's graduation from high school.
Oh, great.
Where she
And-
was valedictorian. I have to brag.
Well, of course you have to brag, that's the thing.
All right, I didn't mean to get us off too, but anyway, it just was something that I thought I maybe could do.
We don't have that many pictures, so I figured, why not?
Yeah,
Ask
why not?
questions about stuff.
So, but really, I mean, you educated a bunch of us, Chuck, that's great to know.
Well, thanks, yeah, I forget where I saw somebody using that technique, but somewhere, on the internet or something, and I just kind of, it stuck with me, it's like, yeah, I should try that sometime.
That's perfect.
I was trying to figure out what the rocket motors were down in the left-hand
It
corner.
looks exactly like that.
That's why I named the image warp drive. 'Cause it's
Warp drive.
like you're coming back,
those are
I'm
the
either
lights of the
leaving my
gas.
driveway on a space trip, or I just got back. Yeah.
Well, I really think the red streak up there's got to be a plane.
Spaceship's that red line
Yeah.
up in the
I think it's an
sky.
artifact, I don't think it's anything, I think it's probably a reflection
Reflection of.
on the windshield.
Yeah, it could be that
glass,
too.
The windshield from
Yeah.
something inside the car.
Really like.
Okay, great job.
Yeah.
It's a UFO.
This is, I said at the beginning, this is one of Larry's that I erased 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
When we finally caught him here, and so
That was the group,
was it,
what was that group?
I can't remember.
Involved a lot of
It
Is
was,
that the hanging rock waterfall?
No, this is a cool little waterfall, this is down in Highland,
Oh, okay.
and it's called Dry Falls.
Mm.
Because if
I've
you
heard of it.
blow it up a little bit, like,
Okay.
you see there's people behind it,
Oh, I see.
and
Yeah.
you keep blowing it up. Okay,
Oh.
cool. So you see the people walking
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
And it's further away than you would think, so that it really doesn't, you don't get wet.
Huh.
So hence,
Yeah,
the name, Dry Falls. So a whole bunch of us, and the cool thing about it is I cropped it because the road is right there.
Oh,
I mean, so you just park literally
mm-hmm.
on, you know, off of.
It's roadside, literally roadside.
Yeah, it's roadside,
Yeah.
it's a roadside road. And they have a series of 3 falls, one right after another. And we were lucky, it was a nice day, you could see it was sunny, and
Yeah.
and I tried to get the people behind it, I did.
So the person on the left almost looks like they're in the water, but I'm sure
Yeah.
they're not, like
Right.
swimming.
Yeah,
You know, there's a railing there,
Oh,
there's a railing, and, you know, it's really a nice fall.
we did a nice job of smoothing out the water.
Look at that other person over there.
Yeah, that's who I was
Yeah.
talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Saw the other 3, but not
I
that
don't
one.
have the, oh, here it is, I did have, it was a F8, 1/15 to the second, 51 millimeter, and, which is strange, 51, but anyway, that's the camera. And it was 100 ISO.
Very nice.
Yeah, print it,
People kind of make it.
print it, frame it.
Yeah, but yeah, those folks were with us, and, it
Oh,
was,
so you know those folks? that
oh,
were
yeah,
there?
yeah, they were part of the group
That's
that
cool.
we were staying at actually a mountain retreat,
Hmm.
which was, you know, a few miles from this, and it was really beautiful.
Not the high Hampton Inn. No,
Yeah, so, well, I'm glad that, yeah, I have it marked here for May 6th, that's how far back we were.
My fault.
No, it's no fault. It's easy to do, you only get 100 of those
We're
things.
supposed to move to the falls. Somebody
nice.
had died. They fell in. They couldn't get them out.
We could look at Frank's pictures, I guess. We
Turning
didn't.
around this one.
Yeah, but he,
Yeah, thank you for finding it again, Mike. Or I sent it to you, that's right.
well, another good meeting.
That's it.
That's all she wrote.
or maybe what the next challenge is heroes, maybe we should take a picture of all of us
Oh,
together.
Yeah, heroes,
We should take
that's
a picture, a group picture.
July 1st, is that, what's the date?
Oh,
Oh, 2 weeks, yeah. Let's see.
That's correct.
I have some
That's
heroes.
July 1st.
all right.
Everybody knows what the challenge is?
I'll get the,
Oh,
Didn't we get a
the video up ASAP. But thanks to everybody.
I was thinking of that,
Really?
Zeros.
but I didn't.